Hi, everybody. Welcome to Back Care and Breath Aware. This is our third live Friday class. I'm doing these hopefully every Friday, 11:30 to 12:30 Eastern Time. I hope you'll join me. If you're here and you like it, let me know. If you want, no pressure. So today, if you have a chair, grab a chair. We'll be using a chair a little more than normally. So if you need to take a minute to go grab a chair, please do, and I'll just set up. I think we're going to start sitting today. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Celina. This is Celina Yoga Jams, combination of yoga, Qi Gong, all of the things I love. And one thing I really love is being comfortable. So I'm often in my pajamas. You can wear your pajamas. Please feel good. Okay, so once you've gotten your chair, I'll just go over how to sit in a chair. We think we all know how to sit, but we could probably improve it. So one thing that we want to do is not lean back. We want to sit on the edge of the chair. Have the feet about hip width apart. Now, it depends on your height. For those of us that are shorter, you might need to put some blocks or a couple of blankets underneath your feet so that your legs can be at a comfortable 90 degrees. So see how you need to adjust that. We'll roll the shoulders back and down. Imagine a silver cord moving through the whole spine, starting at the base of the spine, working its way up through the crown of the head. If you've been sitting all morning or all day and you don't want to sit, you can do this standing as well. Please feel free. Whatever is comfortable for you today. If you prefer sitting on the floor, you can totally be on a stack of blankets. It's your practice, so make it work for you. Okay, so let's just take a few breaths, calm the mind. Feel the parts of the body touching the supports of the earth and the earth itself. If it feels good, you might like to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth a couple times. Just releasing any tension on those exhales. If the body wants to help that happen, let it. Okay, so let's just place the hands anywhere on the belly. I'm doing one over the other, but however you want. And let's just take the time to connect with the breath in the belly. Always the same thing, letting ourselves relax, shoulders dropping down. Parts of the body touching the earth, just settling into the earth. And then let's notice if we can feel the breath moving in the belly. Looking for an expansion on the inhalations. And a slight drawing in on the exhalations. If you really want to get that sense of the opening and closing of the belly, you could put the hands like the fingertips touching on the belly. And then as you inhale, when you fill up, you might notice the fingertips moving away from one another. And then with the exhales, as you draw the belly button and squeezing the breath out, you might notice the fingertips touching one another again. The important thing is to let yourself relax. So let's take, I don't know, maybe 5 more breaths with the belly. Okay, before we move the hands, keep breathing with the belly. And again, feel the parts of the body touching the earth, touching the supports of the earth. Maybe if it feels good, start to imagine like strong, deep roots spreading out beneath you. You might even like to imagine breathing with those roots, breathing with the earth itself. And see if the lower body can just relax a little more. If you can just sink your weight into the earth, the supports of the earth a little more. Like if you're sitting, let the thighs get soft. Now let's just remind ourselves of that upward pull through the crown of the head. So we can keep one hand on the belly, the other hand, just give yourself a little massage at the crown of the head. I'm using fingertips, but it could also be the palm of the hand. And to find the crown of your head, super easy. You just put your hands over the ears, above the ears, and you see where your middle fingers meet. Wow, that's the crown of your head. Okay, so as we do this little crown massage, let's kind of just push up into the fingers or the palm. So like we're working into the upward pull. Wow, we have a special guest. This is Kitty Vicious. He doesn't come in often. He's actually Kitty Senior now. He's 17 years old. Quick little visit. Okay, so keep the upward pull through the crown of the head. Now root down a little more, the parts of the body that are touching the supports of the earth itself. Two more breaths. Okay, keep this sensation of an upward pull. We'll take the hand away. We'll move both the hands over to the rib cage, so just like the bottom of the ribs. So we can do the same thing where we put the fingertips together. And then same thing, we inhale, feel the expansion. Maybe the hands will separate. And then as we exhale and draw the belly button in, maybe the hands will move closer together and the fingertips will touch again. So just play with that for a few breaths. Even though we're focusing more on the rib cage, still feel the breath in the belly. We always have the upward pull through the crown. I'm working more with the bottom of my ribs, but if you want to be higher up on the rib cage, that's fine, wherever. Another few breaths. It's easy to kind of get stuck on the front of the body, but of course the back of the body is breathing too. So see if you can feel the back of the rib cage also opening and closing. Two more. Okay, now let's move the hands up to the chest so we can just rest the fingers like on the collarbones. So we're really connecting with the three parts of the breath. So the parts of the body still releasing into the earth. Keep the connection with the roots, still breathing with the roots. Feel the breath expanding in the belly, the rib cage, and now the chest. So in the chest, we might feel a little rise and fall. And remember the back. You know, most of our breathing power is actually in the back of the lungs. I think about 60%. So feel how the back is breathing just as much as the front. Okay, a few more, working with the chest. Relax the face. Relax the shoulders. Now let's put those three parts of the breath all together. So we'll start the hands on the belly. Inhale, feel the expansion. Keep inhaling, slide the hands up to the ribs. Keep inhaling, slide the hands up to the chest. And then with the exhale, feel the chest drop. We can slide the hands down, feel the ribs close, and then the hands down to the belly as we feel the belly button draw in. So we'll just do it 2 more times. Of course, if you can't do it all in one breath, you just breathe again. So we start our inhale, feel the belly expand. Keep inhaling up to the ribs. Keep inhaling up to the chest. Exhale, feel the chest drop. Bring the hands down, feel the rib cage close. Bring the hands to the belly, feel the belly button pull in. 1 more time. Inhale, feel the expansion. Ribs, chest. Exhale, feel the chest drop. Rib cage close. Belly button pull in. All right, now we'll just release the hands, palms up. If you're standing, they can just be loose. And we'll take a few more breaths and just feel those 3 parts moving through the body. And I can't say it enough. Let yourself relax the cheeks, the face, the jaw, shoulders. If you're sitting, the legs. Feel the breath moving through the body, the front and the back. At any time, if the body wants to add a little movement, let it. Two more. Okay, we'll get ready to come to standing if you're not there already. So from sitting, inhale, feel the feet on the floor. And then with the exhale, we can press the feet down, maybe use the hands on the legs and stand up. If you want to stay sitting, you totally could for these next few arm exercises we'll be doing. Let's get into the upper back a little more. So first things first, just root down through the feet. You know what? Let's release the shoulders a little bit. So we'll just inhale, roll the shoulders forward up. Exhale, back and down. Just do a few with your breath. You can use the arms a little or a lot, whatever you like. Now we'll change direction. Inhale the shoulders back and up. Exhale, forward, down. And you know, if your spine wants to move, if the head wants to move, let it. Whatever feels good for you. And then we'll roll back a few times. I like ending with the open chest. Okay, next, exhale, drop those shoulders. Let's open up the feet a little more, and we'll just let ourselves swing side to side. Arms super relaxed, kind of nice and heavy. Let the head follow the movement and move in whatever way feels good for you today. Relax. All right, we'll bring ourselves back to center. We'll start wagging our tails. So we can start just by shifting the hips side to side, shifting the weight one foot and the other. Now let's see if we can tap into that happy dog energy. So the idea is to relax into this wagging movement so much that the movement comes up through the head. Have fun with it. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be silly, free. Breathe through it any way you need to. If there's a certain spot in your back where you hold tension, there's tightness, whatever, you can just kind of like shake a little more in that area. Relax, relax, relax as much as possible. The more relaxed we are, the easier it is for things to flow, the easier it is to let go. It's actually the only way to let go. Let's have fun with it. A few more. Find your spot and just shake it out and connect with that happy energy. Last few seconds. Okay, we'll start to bring it back to center. Let's bring the feet back underneath the hips. We'll bend the knees a little bit, flatten the back. And we'll just have the palms of the hands facing the floor and get back into the abdominal breath. So as we inhale, expand the belly. And with the exhalations, imagine exhaling with the earth, through the earth. Keep going, inhaling, filling the belly, exhaling, gently squeezing the breath out. You can imagine the breath like flowing through the legs, the feet into the earth, even through the hands into the earth. This is one of my favorite grounding exercises. And it's also like a game. It's like, look for any tension in the upper body. And as you exhale, just drop it into the earth. Just let it like melt away. This is a good one to do anytime you catch yourself feeling like really in your head, caught up in your thoughts, stressed, anxious. And if you're in public and you can't have the hands like this, you could even have the hands drop to the sides and just do the abdominal breath. Inhaling, expanding the belly. Exhaling into the earth, visualizing any tension, any stress. Just releasing into the earth. And we'll just take a few more breaths for our practice, but when you're doing this on your own, like a minute for sure, as long as you need, as long as it feels good. All right, let's turn the hands to face one another. Anytime the legs need a break, feel free to shake them out or tap or whatever. This standing position, it can be a lot for the thighs. So we hold our imaginary ball. We'll do the microcosmic orbit. So we inhale it up, kind of chest level. And then we exhale like we're placing it on a shelf in front of us. Bring it down. And that's it. Go with your breath. So inhaling up, exhaling forward and down. And again, I know I'm like a broken record, but relax. Relax everything that can be relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Let the elbows be heavy, especially as you go forward and down. You might notice your weight starts shifting back towards the heels as you inhale up, forward towards the toes as you exhale down. Just let it happen. This is one of my favorite things to do, to recenter myself, to come back. Let's just help get everything flowing again. And remember, when you're doing these on your own, you just do it for however long it feels good, however long you need. So, one day it might be 10 minutes. And the more you relax into it, the more the energy flows. It gets to a point you don't even really need to think about it. It's just like kind of just letting it happen. As long as it feels good. We're not here to force anything or to be hard on ourselves in any way. Let's invite softness, openness. Give ourselves permission to relax. And just let things flow. Let our energy flow. Okay, the next time the hands come up in front of the chest, let's hang out here. So remember, we have the little bend in the knees. The lower back is fairly flat, like the sit bones are just dropping towards the earth. We'll start working with the liver, and if you like the color green, so the green is a very nourishing color. It works well on the physical body, doing any repairs. I like to think of spring and how easily things grow, that bright green color. So as we inhale, we can kind of absorb the color green into the liver, into the body. And as we exhale, we'll just push one hand forward. The other hand, don't really worry about it too much. So we inhale, that ball of green, pulling it in. We exhale, press out. So I love to work with the emotional aspects coming from Chinese medicine. So if you want to join me in that with the inhalations, as we pull in that green color, we could bring in the feelings of kindness. And as we exhale, pushing the hand away, we can release any feelings of anger, irritation. And if you have something specific, a specific situation you've been through, you can work with that. You can also work just more generally with ourselves. I always like to focus on a more personal level. So inhaling kindness towards oneself, self-compassion. The heart chakra, the color is also green. So self-love. Exhaling, releasing any anger turned inward. Like being hard on ourselves. Overly self-critical. Like that hardness of perfectionism. Whatever works for you. Everything I say is just a suggestion, always. On the exhales, we can even imagine the space around the body getting a little bit bigger, a little bit brighter as we just release. Anything that gets in the way of kindness, just getting it out of the body mind. And again, you can do these exercises for as long as you need. Even if you want to stay in this video with me and just keep doing one of the exercises, please feel free. Trust your body, mind. You know what you need. And if something feels really good, it's working for you, take it with you. Do it later today, tomorrow, whenever you need it. Okay, a couple more. All right, we'll come back to the ball. So shifting over to the gallbladder, still the color green. We're still working on spring things because it's spring now. So we'll start to add the eyes. The eyes are closely related to the liver. So we inhale here. As we exhale, we'll cross an arm and just let the eyes follow the fingertips, stretch out through the fingertips. Inhale, come back to the center. I love this so much for the shoulders and the upper back. Exhale, cross, use the eyes, follow the fingertips. So go with your own breath at your own pace. Inhaling center, exhaling with cross. And again, don't worry too much about the bottom arm. I'm bringing it like palm up around waist level, but whatever, you could just drop it. And we can keep working with those themes of inhaling kindness, exhaling, releasing any anger, any irritation. Inviting the space around us to become a little bigger, a little brighter. And each inhalation just absorbing that nourishment. Re-energizing not only the liver, the gallbladder, but the whole body mind. Okay, if you want, for fun, we can go a little faster, make it more like an aerobic exercise. Find what feels good for you. Keep using the eyes. One more each side. Okay, come back to your ball. Maybe separate the feet a little more. Keep the bend in the knees. And we're kind of going to put it all together. So we'll use the eyes. Inhale, center. Exhale, just twist one side. You could turn the feet or not. So you see how much you want to twist. And then we inhale back to center using the eyes. And then exhale over to the other side. So just go with your breath. We're just inhaling center. Exhaling, twisting, letting the head turn, letting the eyes lead the movement. Fast, slow, whatever feels good. As always, relax the face, find your smiles. One more each side. Okay, let's come back to center. We'll warm up the hands. If you want, you can clap them together first and rub. For fun, we can do another little breathing exercise. Separate the hands. As we inhale, move the palms towards one another. Exhale away from one another. The distance, whatever feels good for you, just inhaling in, exhaling out. Two more. All right, let's see if we can warm up the low back a little more. So we'll start just giving ourselves a little low back massage. Remember, sigh anytime it feels good. Okay, so we can rest the hands on the low back, just over the kidneys. Knees are always a little bent. Low back is flat. Let's take a few breaths, just feeling the hands on the back, breathing with the back. Working with the kidneys, if you feel like it, you can add the color and the emotions. So it would be the color purple. Inhaling, feeling of wisdom. Exhaling any feelings of fear. With the exhale, we can go back to imagining exhaling through the earth. So we'll just take another few breaths before we start the movement. And just placing the hands on the body is enough. The breath naturally goes there, so don't worry about anything. I also like exercises like these just for the sensation of literally having our own backs. Okay, so maybe we can do some hip circles if it feels good. Just circle those hips. Change direction. Okay, come back to center. You can give yourself a last little back massage. And then release the hands, step the foot in. So feet underneath the hips. You could also have the feet wide still. It's whatever you prefer. So we're going to do one more movement, getting into the sides of the body. So working with the sides of the spine. It's called turning the moon. So we start one hand just directly above the other. So we want to like keep this relationship between the hands. So we'll inhale, open up, and then we'll exhale, just switch. So we inhale as the hands widen, and then we exhale, one palm over the other. So you can keep going just like this, or you can start to add a little side bend. Just play with it in the way that feels good for you. Could also be a big side bend, whatever you want, whatever you need for today. As always, relax into it. Find your smiles. A few more. See if you can relax into it even more. Have fun with it. Let your own energy move your body. So please feel free to add any kind of flair. Amusez-vous. Have fun. Okay, one more each side. All right, come back to center. Give yourself a little shake. Okay, one last thing more for the upper back. So we'll plant the feet underneath the hips. We'll start just the arms up, kind of like a Y shape. So even though the arms are up, bring the shoulders down. Just take a few breaths. Nice big inhale. With the exhale, lower the elbows, coming like more into a W. Drop those shoulders. If it's okay, the arms can move back. Inhale. With the exhale, stretch the arms out to the sides, and as much as it's comfortable, the arms could move back. Inhale. Exhale the elbows into the waist, and again, same thing. We can draw the arms back and really like move those shoulders down the back. Let the back of the neck be super long. Squeeze into yourself. Big inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Give yourself a little shake. Okay, so we'll prepare to come down onto the back. Let's grab a blanket or a towel, something you can fold or roll to put under the low back. And we'll have our chairs nearby for the relaxation. If you don't have a chair, don't worry about it. And unfortunately, we'll have to get up to adjust the chair, but we do our best. Okay, so we come on down. Grab your blanket or towel or whatever you might have. And again, if you don't have anything, don't worry about it. This is just to help us keep our lumbar curve. So the thickness of it, it depends on your body. All right, so we just come down on top of our support. So it does not have to be this wide. Like, do something that works in your body. This is just the way my blankets are folded, and it works for me. So you have your sacrum down on the floor. You have your shoulders and most of the back of the ribs down on the floor. So the blanket, it just helps us keep our lumbar curve. If you don't have anything to use as a support, you don't really need it. You could do your lumbar curve yourself. So you just make sure you can slide a few fingers under the low back. And if it's too flat, you just kind of move your hips, your hip bones towards your thighs. So you make that little arch. All right, we'll do some ankle circles. So let's pick up, this is my left leg. Do whatever side you want to do first. The important thing, 90 degrees. So when you look forward, you can't see your own foot. We want to really brace the knee. So the thumbs beside the knee, the fingers behind the knee, and then we just start to circle the ankle. The nice thing about having the blanket or towel or whatever under the low back is you can kind of relax more. You don't have to work at keeping your lumbar curve. Okay, let's change direction for those ankle circles. All right, give it a little shake. Let's interlace the hands below the knee. Inhale the knee away. Exhale, pull it towards the chest. Just a few times, inhaling away. Exhaling towards the chest. Okay, release the foot to the floor. Really quick, we'll do a little hip opener. So we'll just let that left knee drop out to the side, slide the foot forward, and then slide the foot back. So it's easier with socks. If you're on a smooth surface, I'm going to catch my old carpet here. It's kind of just a very lazy, relaxed movement. We'll just do a few. But again, if this is something that feels good in your body, you can always do more. And we'll reverse it. So next time the foot comes down, slide the foot forward, bring the knee to the outside, come back. And if this doesn't work for you, you just find something that does. You could be holding the knee out to the side, just kind of pulsing it up and down. Anything to just get some movement through the hip. All right, bring the foot back down. Let's go over to the left leg. So we brace the knee. The leg is 90 degrees, and we start our ankle circles. Ankle circles are really good foundational movement. They help wake up the forgotten muscles in the feet, the ankles, and the legs. So notice where you feel sensation. Sometimes you can even get some awakening happening all the way into the thigh. Remember, let yourself relax as much as possible. Okay, change direction. Shake it out. Interlace the hands below the knee. Inhale the knee away from you. Exhale, pull it in a few times. Okay, place that foot back down on the floor, and we'll do our little hip movement again. So we drop the knee to the outside, slide the foot forward, slide the foot back. I know you can't really see it. I'll move my left leg down just so you can see it, but you can definitely keep your other leg bent. It'll probably be more comfortable. Nice lazy movement, just loosening up that hip. Okay, let's change direction. So next time the foot's on the floor, we slide forward, bring the knee to the outside, and come back. Okay, let's come back to both feet flat on the floor. And we'll do one more shoulder, upper back, neck release. So we hold on to the elbows right above the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale over to one side. Inhale center. Exhale over to the other side. So keep going with your breath. This is a very relaxed movement. So like if your shoulder wants to lift, let it. If your head wants to follow the movement, let it. We're getting ourselves ready for relaxation. So relax into it as much as possible. I like the image of just like smoothing out any tension in the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. Okay, the next time you come to the center, exhale the arms towards the head. And continue this way. So inhaling, elbows up to the sky, exhaling towards the head. Move at your own rhythm, follow your breath. This is another one of those exercises you could do for much longer if you need it. If you feel it's giving you a good release, or if you have any kind of shoulder issues, upper back issues, tension, an old injury or whatever. Relax everything as much as possible. Okay, next time the elbows come up to the sky, let's change the cross of the arms. So whatever arm is in front, we put it in the back. And then same thing, we inhale here, exhale to one side, inhale center, exhale to the other side. Do not worry about how far the arms go. Especially with repetitive movements like this, we'll get where we need to go. So just relax into it. Let your breath move your body. Find your inner smiles. Okay, next time we come to center, start to exhale the arms towards the head. So keep inhaling center, exhaling back. Watch your own rhythm. Connect the breath to the movement. So it's the breath that initiates the movement. Relax everything that can be relaxed. Okay, next time you come to center, release. So let's get ready for the Shavasana. So you could just relax right here, the knees leaning one into one another. You could grab your chair. I'm going to see if I can do this really lazy without getting up. Have your legs up on the chair. If you have a blanket or something to cover yourself up with, grab it. If you're not wearing socks, you might want to put socks on. Just like the way we start, any kind of little movement, adjustment, sigh, whatever you need to do. And then let yourself relax. Let everything go. Feel all the parts of the body touching the earth and the supports of the earth. And consciously release everything. And give yourself permission to let everything go. Give yourself permission to relax. Okay. If you wish to stay longer in the relaxation, please do so. And once you feel ready to come out, just start to very gently wake the body up, adding any kind of movement that feels good. And eventually giving yourself a full body stretch. You can even yawn if you can yawn. Once you're really nice and stretched, knees come towards the chest. We'll just roll to one side, usually the right if you have space. You can support the head with the arm, make like a little pillow for yourself. And just take a few breaths here before coming up. Okay, as you feel ready, use the strength of the arms and inhalation to press that. Make your way into any comfortable seat. So if you have your blanket, you can sit on it, or you could sit in your chair. And we can just close our practice by chanting an Om. So before we do that, just take a moment, just relax into your seat. Feel the parts of the body touching the earth. Remember that lift through the crown of the head. Upward pull starting in the base of the spine. And just watch how the breath flows. Maybe feeling the flow of breath in the three parts of the body, the belly, the rib cage, low back, back of the rib cage, chest, upper back. Before we close our practice, maybe we can go on a little quest for gratitude. Just look for one or two or three things that we're grateful for and name them inside ourselves. And perhaps we can include ourselves as well. Thank ourselves for literally anything. Okay, maybe the simple stuff like, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, whatever, getting out of bed. See if it's possible to let yourself relax even more. Maybe we can set an intention to take the sense of relaxation, ease with us through the rest of the day. So even when we're in action, still having the sense of relaxation in the background. Knowing that we're supported by the earth, the sky, and the breath itself. Okay, so let's chant Om if you like, if it feels good. Rub the hands together. Come into a prayer. So press the thumbs into the sternum, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale everything. Inhale to chin. With gratitude and appreciation, may we acknowledge, honor the light, the love within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste.
The divine in me bows to the divine in me.
Well, thank you so much for joining this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to let me know in the comments, or if you prefer to send me an email. I also have our Facebook group, Celina Yoga Jams. It's a great way to stay connected, and you can find information on the other classes that I offer. I have a few classes in the evenings, and on Sundays I have a by donation class on Zoom, and you're very, very welcome to join. It's an hour and a half, and it's similar in feeling to this. It's very accessible. Everyone can do it. And if there's something that you can't do, you just imagine yourself doing it or do something else. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next Friday. Take care, everybody.